what we can help with. Okay, so that's why the request that we should visualize a connect. Now, where is this connect coming from? It is picked up from some of the books and content that has been shared with you all. Okay, and one, so this one sec, just give me a minute. Why is it directly? Something has happened. Just give me a minute. Why is this not getting reflected? Is it under unhide? Let me, there's something that went wrong with that deck. Just a minute. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So, right? Yeah. It's a, I mean, teething problem at the beginning. Yeah. So, I want you to visualize the universe, which is made up of all the particles, the worlds, the planes, and the states. What are these worlds? These worlds, one sec, I think we are not live streaming, right? This should be, yeah, right.
No, it's recording.
It's recording, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it not gone? Okay. So the picture that I want you to visualize, right? There is a Big Bang that occurred, and from the Big Bang came the universe after a lot of processes. Okay, this has got the elements. What are those elements? You have the ether, the fire, the air, the water, and the earth. Okay, and these components exist in the universe all around, which is nothing but atmosphere that is surrounding us. What is that atmosphere consisting of? You have the nature and you have the elementals. Elementals are different states, permutations and combinations of these which exist as individual components, which exist as the worlds, the planes, the states and the substates, which are nothing but different constituent parameters of the basic five elements. So we are calling them nature and certain compositions as elementals. Now, going further, visualize the universe consisting of, right, the ultimate, that oneness, the source of one, and that has got what we call, that one is broken down into two types of administrative governments: the realm of intelligence and the realm of permanence. Realm of intelligence is again to be visualized as consisting of the intelligences, the consciousness, the composition of what we will understand as triune self, matter, waves, and particles. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, what is this triune self? The triune self is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. This is not Ishwar. Ishwar is the ultimate, which has got three states of existence, what we call Brahma, the knower, the thinker, Vishnu, and doer, which is Maheshwar. Okay. All these are sitting in a physical body which is completely matured. So matured that, right, this is the same replication of the ultimate, same replication of the constituent of this realm of intelligences and the realm of permanence, as well as the physical earth. Okay. Now, who is this knower? It is nothing but a state of the consciousness which is identified by knowledge and identity, what we call Brahma. He is the creator, which calls for knowledge and identity. The thinker, Vishnu, he needs to administer this universe through members of the realm of intelligence and the realm of permanence, and Vishnu needs to administer, you need two components. One is righteousness. I am not, okay, I'm calling it rightness here. It is the righteousness and reason. So logic comes in here. And the doer, who is Maheshwar, right? The characteristics of the triune self, which is identified as feeling and desire. When feeling and is equal to desire, right, then you say that you have increased your consciousness by 1 degree. Okay. And in the occupants of the bodies in the realm of intelligence and realm of permanence, right, there is no interchange between these two. Whoever is occupying the realm of intelligence is like the evolved souls which are consistently coming to the earth to give us guidance. Who are they? Patriji, Mahavatar Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba, Lord Krishna, Jesus Christ, and these kind of evolved souls, they come from the realm of intelligence. Whenever they think realm of permanence needs that. Now, who is this realm of permanence? It is if we are matured souls in all respects. Once we have completed, we have the responsibility of occupying this place with a balanced physical body, but we are subjected to periodic test by the ultimate, who is having no thinker, but he has got the desirer one level above this. He keeps on testing, and this doer needs to maintain the balance of those entities or the matured souls in perfectly balanced bodies. That perfect balance is managed by the doer component and delivering service. But whenever they are being tempted, the doer, out of either desire or feeling of further increasing their consciousness, because the objective of the universe is to continuously keep moving, continuously keep evolving, right? The progression is through evolution, right? So, this body that is occupying the realm of permanence becomes corrupted when they succumb to the desire or feeling, right? So now what has happened? This physical body needs to go through all these combinations in reaching their level of maturity. What is maturity of the consciousness by 1 degree? Anybody? No one. Okay. So if you are visualizing this, it is the consciousness moving towards. So just to understand, you could take those qualities of God as the 35 elements that we have to learn during this journey. So this corrupted body cannot hold this balanced knower, thinker, doer. So what it does is, it has to take that body, leave the components of the soul, pick up 1/12 of the composition of doer every lifetime, and come down, having selected these 35 characteristics that we have to refine and balance the desire and feeling pertaining to them. So now, whatever we select will become the form, and as it is progressing through this earth, the units, the atmospheres, and so on, through that combination, right? As minerals, plants, animals, human, and spiritual, these are the 5 kingdoms that we have to pass through. In our passing through that, our form, which is the element of the doer, right? 1/12 of the doer, because the wisdom with which it starts, the righteousness and the reason with which it is empowered to live because of this knowledge and identity, and the balancing of feeling and desire becomes the objective of going through this life, right? This, when it encounters the prana, right? The form, that is the pattern of feeling and desire, that becomes the living soul in this body. It goes through various progressive consciousness levels, right? That becomes the plan, rebirth plan with which we arrive. We go through the minerals, transforming ourselves into plants, into animals, into humans, taking the combination of all these in the humans and progress towards the spiritual path. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right? So this is what we have to connect with, this component that we have left behind, which is called the overself.
The qualities of God, then the
Yes,
overself
these are the
means.
qualities, right? Which are
Mm-hmm.
broken down into knowledge, identity, rightness, reason. Using this as the wisdom, we have to work on the qualities chosen to balance the desire and feeling that is going through this consciousness on the physical earth, which is embodied into a body. Okay, so we have the form, the breath, which becomes the soul in the body, which is the doer. That doer drives us, that doer maintains the connection. This doer is equal to the, in the physical earth, he exists from a shape, the form, and breath. This form keeps on going through the process of matter to a soul, to the embodied doer, that is our physical soul in the body, and that needs to, this is represented by the physical body, the nerve center, and the panchakosha. The saptakosha includes our, the component of this thinker and knower, and the 11 by 12 of the doer. Okay, and it is only through the thinker and knower, or the overself, that we can maintain contact with our wisdom from the past, our knowledge, and refine this passive and active component of our soul, active being the breath and passive being the consistently evolving consciousness. So that is what we have to now learn, how to connect with this overself, okay,
Mm.
and move ahead. Is that clear?
Yeah, kind of. So, yeah.
Now, this is
Mm.
what we are learning through do with what we are to implement. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So I
Okay.
am done with what I wanted you people to visualize.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Over to you, Lakshmi.
Okay.
If there are
Okay.
any questions, I'm willing to give any
So,
answer. I will share these
so
three slides.
basically,
Yeah.
so basically, the active form is breath, and the passive form is our level of consciousness. And then we have to,
And
um,
both together are
uh,
represented as the soul which is encased in this body, which is only 1/12 of the full soul.
mm,
Okay.
okay.
So, sir, where is the, I mean, rest half of the soul staying?
It is in the realm of permanence.
We have to evolve.
Yeah, you have to visualize that. And every life cycle, we are taking two or three of the parameters that learn, we need to learn from the qualities of God, along with what we have not completed. That becomes the purpose of life. That is the
Yeah,
pre-birth planning that we undertake.
yeah. Uh, we will
And when
experience
we
all these.
learn everything, then what do we become?
Then we will go and occupy the responsibility. We evolve towards becoming components of the God who are balanced, and we occupy the realm of permanence, which has got certain duties. The occupants in the realm of permanence are given responsibilities called universities.
So,
Okay?
is
They
there
are the
any
ones,
chance to enter
yeah,
into that realm of intelligence?
that is our house.
That is our
That is
house.
our ultimate house where we
Mm,
come from.
So we will be in a realm of permanence mm,
Till
for
you
many
have
more
matured,
yeah.
and whenever there is a desire component that is tingled in you, you become
Mm,
impure. That is when you
mm,
fall for it. But if you are able to maturely handle it, then you
mm.
are the matured soul.
And the desires will not go that it's nature of action. It's very much nature, and we
Its
have to
objective is for you
pass
to
that
evolve.
nature.
Yes.
Mm, mm,
So, sir, in week 2, I was reading that we've concentrated on finding the soul name. So now the
Yes.
soul name
Yes.
is what? The
So
soul
to
name of the
identify,
higher self, or
they
the soul name of
identify
the
the
soul inside
name
me?
of your higher self, the
Ah,
name of your higher self. You
okay.
need to
And
So
the
that
connect
name,
with
name,
it.
so that name is the quality then?
No, the name is the balanced body.
and the
Just
same
like
name belongs
in this
to the
life,
soul
no,
inside.
in this life, Lakshmi is identified by the name Lakshmi Talang, okay, or Nivedita Das.
Individual soul.
Yes. When I say individual soul, this is not the complete soul which has got the balanced component. Whatever is encased in this physical earth,
Yeah, one of the world.
Nivedita Das, but when Nivedita Das, if I take this group, this is our morning meditation spark, right? Yes
Yeah.
or no? This is the
Yes.
Yes.
group which has got a name, morning meditation. This consists of Valli, Chandra, Bala, Lakshmi, Ramakrishna, Keshavji, uh, one more form of Lakshmi, then Shaila, Nivedita, another Lakshmi, Hema, Ruhi, Jay, Chitra, Deepika. This class has got a name which I am calling Spark, correct?
Correct.
Spark is the realm of permanence. Our existence in this group is that matured self. A component of this which has come to learn is his individual soul. Clear?
Mm.
Nivedita, clear?
Yes, sir. So that means the name belongs to that individual self inside us as well as to the
Yes.
higher self.
So,
Mm.
how are you going to address the higher self who has got your complete knowledge acquired till now? It has got the lessons you have learned, which are for the identity, for the knowledge, for the um, rightness, for the reason, for the feeling, for the desire, whichever is balanced is going as wisdom, which is nothing but knowledge, identity, rightness, and reason, right? And whatever you are learning currently gets split from you in the causal body there.
So, sir, in the first week, like this week, we are saying that we are made in the
No,
image of
yes,
God,
yes.
right?
In the first
And
week, you are made of God. You try
yeah,
to
so
experience them, the
right,
quality.
right. So I like inside, like we see light and all power and
Yes, yes,
everything, I mean,
yes,
which we can
yes.
associate with God. So and the same qualities are there in the soul inside, which is
No,
just a
no, they are
portion of
sitting
the
as the
total soul.
35 qualities. Whatever you are identifying is broken down into 35 qualities. You only selected a few in the first week.
Right. Yeah. So and these 35 qualities are there in the higher self also and there in us also. It's just that
The
higher self is
guidance comes from the higher self.
because it's aware and we are
Yes,
just not aware of all those qualities,
correct.
right?
So that has got an identity. That identity you are trying to recognize in the second week.
Okay. So we are not trying to become God basically here. We are
You
just
mean
trying to
you are practicing the qualities for you to go and purify the level of consciousness in all the parameters that you have chosen to represent God.
Yeah, so we become representative of God or full image of God.
Obviously, you have to reach the ultimate. When you merge with Him, right?
But then why are we saying that we are like that? It says, right,
Because you
we
are
are
made
not in the
out of Him.
process of
You are
becoming
made.
Him.
You
We
are
are
made
totally the
as an image. You are the
Right.
image of that.
Yeah, so we have everything, it says. We don't lack
But you
anything.
don't recognize them. You are living under the control of your ego.
And desires and feelings.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why we are in that realm of permanence.
Yes.
But Chandra Garu, can we think of that when we say higher self, we are in connected in the knower thinker portion, knower portion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Higher self is the physical body is sitting in the earth here to help you purify your feeling and desire and learn the lesson.
Yeah. But
So
we are
without
connected.
without the body, that
Yeah.
higher self is distributed across the atmospheres, worlds, and all that to help you.
Yeah. That is as a thinker and knower.
Yes, knower, thinker, and the balance of the doer.
Yes.
Knower and thinker will never come to physical earth,
Yes.
right? They will
Yeah.
come only through empowering the doer. That
Yes.
doer is what you keep trying to connect to. He belongs to one identity. That identity is the name that you are trying to find out in this week.
Yeah.
He
Got
is your guide. He is your guide. He is your identity. He is your wisdom. He is your practice of the rightness, which is justice, the universal justice, not the justice as in the courts here, because that is also a corrupted this one, right? When all these entities reach that level of maturity, then this universe will become a completely balanced Satya Yuga.
So, sir, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, it brings a lot of clarity actually. So
Yes.
now one last question that I have is, so is this higher self only the soul guide that everyone speaks of, that every soul has a soul guide who is
Yes,
watching all
yes,
the time?
yes,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
okay.
He is the occupant. The soul guide is the occupant of the realm of permanence, responsible for one track of the 35 universities, the
Okay.
35 qualities.
And is this same as the Paramatma?
This is the Purna. Paramatma is the next level, which is the occupants of realm of intelligence,
Okay.
right? And the ultimate, all of them are Shiva, not one component of him, which we understand as Maheshwar. Okay? The CKD form is what we are, completely knocked down. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
I
Thank
thought
you.
this would be done in 10 minutes, so it has taken some more time. Doesn't matter. We can start with the meditation.
Okay.
Yeah.